What's up, America? Good morning. Happy Sunday. Happy July 1st to everybody. You just tuned into another great, exciting edition of The Power Hour with your host, none other than me, the man, Power. And today's title is, how can I put it? I don't know. Egos, I guess. Egos. That should be a good title. And I'm not talking about flying egos. Excuse me. Ego. E-G-O. So I want to first start off with Usain Bolt. I think I'm pronouncing his name right. I was a fan of this guy. For those of you who don't know, he's a Jamaican Olympic runner that at one time was the fastest man in the world. Well, the past couple weeks, he's actually lost a couple races. I guess during the trials or what have you. So the first one he lost, was no big deal. He lost it and he lost it. So then, to my knowledge, if I read the story correctly, he lost another race. I think the 200 meter or something like that. I could be wrong. And he said he was distracted. He said that one guy in the blocks had flinched, so he saw him out of his peripheral, and he looked, and then another guy had moved, and when they shot the gun, he was gone. And to me, that's just some pompous, egotistic ass bull crap to say. If you're the greatest, then you win like the greatest, you accept like the greatest, and you take what comes along with being great. And sometimes that may be a loss. And when you take your lumps, you just put them in your coffee and you drink it. That is what it is. And I feel that instead of making an excuse, he should have just been the man and was like, yo, I lost. You know what I'm saying? I lost the race. I'm going to come back and I'm not losing no more races. Every great person, with the exception of Floyd Mayweather Jr., money, baby, has a loss, you know what I'm saying, or has took a L. Kobe, he's had to take L's. LBJ has had to take L's. Mike Tyson took L's. Muhammad Ali took L's. The greats, Bill Russell took L's. You understand what I'm saying? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, they didn't win all their games. Wayne Gretzky, he didn't win all his games. You understand what I'm saying? And even though I hate there's one other great who never lost, Rocky Marciano. So for all you guys out there like Rocky Marciano, I had to put him out there, keep it real. But that was just some bullcrap, man. For me, I kind of lost a little respect from Usain Bolt, man. Just take the L, man. Like, yo, I lost, but he gonna say, he was distracted, which furthermore proves to me, if you're supposed to be the greatest, you don't get distracted. Even if Kobe losing it to me, everybody know I love LeBron James. But if y'all know me, Kobe Bryant to me is the greatest NBA player that's alive and breathing today. Man, Kobe don't make no excuses when they lose. Man, I ain't never heard Kobe say he was distracted. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't never heard Muhammad Ali say he was distracted. You know? So I was just disgusted by that. Now the other ego, or this one is really hater, that punk ass Clyde Drexler. And I'm gonna tell y'all, people used to call him the poor man's Jordan. He ain't nothing, Jordan nothing. You understand what I'm saying? I never did like Clyde Drexler, and I think it was because I used to always feel that he tried to be like Jordan too much, or got mad that Jordan got the spotlight. And I'm finally seeing that that's what Clyde Drexler's problem was. He was a great basketball player, no doubt, but I think he was upset because he didn't get the attention in the press and the marketing, that Jordan got, your Charles Barkley's got, and even your Scottie Pippins or what have you. You know what I mean? So this motherfucker's on record dissing Magic Johnson, talking about, Magic, the players gave Magic Johnson sympathy because he had AIDS. And talking about, Magic would always say to him, come on, Drexler, come on, you can't check me, come get me, you can't check me. And his last year of his career, and then Clyde Drexler had the nerve to say at the end of his career, Magic Johnson couldn't even check his own shadow. Well, first of all, I just think he's a hating ass, punk ass dude for just even coming at Magic or anybody like that, especially someone with the illness. Number one, he's probably just jealous because of how successful Magic is doing in his business. But second of all, you tell me, my basketball fans, what player that was a great player in their last year that they played in the NBA was as good as they were in their first 6 years in the NBA? None. To my knowledge, all as great as Shaq was, everybody know how Shaq came into the league, slamming boards. But when Shaq retired from Boston, he was coming off the bench. When Shaq was in Cleveland, sometimes he was coming off the bench. You know what I'm saying? When Jordan retired, if I'm not mistaken, he was coming off the bench in the Wizards. I may be wrong for that, but I know at one point Jordan was on the bench. But my point is, Jordan, when he retired, wasn't the same Jordan that he came into the league as. Nobody is. As much as I love Kevin Garnett, who's another news, who just signed for 3 years, $34 million with the Boston Celtics, my man. KG's not the same KG. He's still dominant, and he's still an effective force in the league, but he's still not the same KG. You understand what I'm saying? Of yesterday, just like my man, I hate to say it, Kobe not the same Kobe. His heart and his spirit is, but Kobe don't be going up for them dunks no more like he used to. So Clyde Drexler is a fucking idiot, man. You understand what I'm saying? And what I remember watching him, he wasn't the same. But for him to say that crass ass shit about Magic, saying that, people was just sympathetic to Magic, and they just let him score points, and they let him win the 1992 MVP because he had AIDS. And I think that was just ignorant, and that was just crass, and that's just another case of a black athlete still doing dumb shit, which goes back to like one or two of my shows. So, that's just that for me. That's ego. You know what I'm saying? For him, for Clyde Drexler to say that, his ego is still hurt because nobody gives a fuck about Clyde Drexler. Nobody wore Clyde Drexler shoes and none of that shit, and ain't nobody asking Clyde Drexler to be in no Hanes commercials and none of that shit. I mean, he was voted one of the 50th greatest players in the league. You can't be happy with that. It ain't. Did he win a championship? I think Clyde won. Did Clyde win with Houston? I think Clyde did win a championship. So I'm going to say, you won one. I don't know. America, all my fellas, man, write me in on that. Let me know if Clyde Drexler won a championship with Houston, man. I don't remember, guys. But anyway, that's my show, man. Like I said, the title inside is egos, but I don't know what I'm going to make my actual title be. So I don't know. I'm just upset about Usain Bolt, and even more so that fake ass Clyde Drexler, man. Clyde the Glide. Look at his name, Clyde the Glide. Motherfucker, nah, you ain't nobody gonna be hyped on you. That Jake ass name, Clyde the Glide. Yeah, I said Jake. I know that's an old school word. America, thank you for tuning in. Canada, UK, France, all across seas. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate your views. I love you. Holla at me. Right in.